This guy, he was a master counselor for many, many years, and he opened up a boys' camp. And every year he was filled. 300 kids every single year. So this past year, he told me, this past summer, he wrote an email to all the parents that had registered their children before. And like this, give them first dibs. So he filled up, within 2 weeks, he filled up 250 spots because the people were very happy. And then he took ads in the paper for the other 50 spots in the camp. After the 50 spots were filled, he stopped advertising, but he got a call. He got a call from a very wealthy woman who had sent her son for 3 years to camp, and now she wanted to register. So he told me, he said to her, "Ma'am, I sent you an email a few weeks ago. Didn't you get the email?" She said, "Yeah, I did, but my husband and I thought we were going to take our children to Eretz Yisrael this summer, and now something came up. We can't come. We can't go to Israel, and so now we want to come to your camp. My son has been by you 3 times, and he loves it." He said, "I don't know what to tell you, but I have no room, and I can't renege on anybody. Somebody that said that they were going to come and they gave a deposit, I can't renege, but I do promise you this. In every camp, it always works that the last few weeks before the camp, people drop out for whatever reason. Parents have other plans, kids want to go to a different camp, whatever. So I'm going to make a list, and I promise you, if anybody cancels, you'll be the first one." She said, "Okay, that's fair. Meanwhile, I'll just send you a deposit so you know that in case it opens, it'll be for me." He says, "That's fine." 2 weeks go by, and she calls him up. She said, "Did anybody drop out yet?" He said, "No, not yet." She says, "I want to tell you something. I have been wealthy all my life, and the last 2 weeks, I have gone through emotions that I never had before. I never had to wait for anything. My father always got us everything, my mother got us everything, and my husband, always. But I have had such anxieties in the last 2 weeks about my son maybe not being accepted. I began to realize, there are a lot of people that have these anxieties that I never had before. So I just want to tell you, if there's anybody that's registered in your camp that can't pay the full tuition or the full payment, I'm going to cover it, because I don't want them to go through the pain that I've gone through the last 2 weeks." Could you imagine? And she paid for kids in the camp that could not afford it. And of course, the spot opened up, and she was able to have her son go to the camp. But that's somebody who had a talent. What was the talent? She had money. David blessed her with money. Not all of us are blessed with that kind of money, but she used it for a good purpose. She saw the pain that all of a sudden she had that she never had before, and she went out of her way to help other people. That's me, Ka'amcha Yisrael. I'm telling you, we're all great in this room, every one of us. And every one of us, if you're alive, you can still do things. May not be able to do it with the same vigor and spark as you did when you were younger, but you can do it. And you could come up with ideas and discuss it with other people, whatever the idea is. Whether it's in shidduchim, whether it's in finances, helping people get a job, starting an Erev someplace, who knows? Wherever you come from, ask your Rav, ask your Askanim, they'll tell you there are a lot of things to do in Klal Yisrael.